Hi,
Well,
everybody. Are we live?
hello. We are live. Hello and welcome back to episode 2. Good news, episode 1 was not the only one. This
This is the other only one now,
this is the second only episode. Hey, good news is better than no news.
right?
Or is it
Hey,
no
and we.
news is better than bad news?
I think it's no news is better than bad news.
Oh. Well, I like good news.
Yes. I also enjoy the news when it is good. Speaking of news,
Yes.
oh God, where is it? I'm sorry, I lost the article. I'm terrible.
Which one?
Do 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 do. I couldn't watch yours, by the way. You sent me that someone cooking a steak on an airplane. I didn't get that.
Oh, yes.
It wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me look at it.
Well, here,
For some reason. But so would you describe
cooking a
the
steak
process here?
in
For some
an
reason, like Reddit just won't let
airplane.
me click on that article.
TikTok comedian in hot water over grilling steak in Delta airplane bathroom. He needs to be banned from flying, someone says.
How did
So,
he even get? Okay, I just saw it. How did he even get?
all that shit on the
st-
plane?
How did he get sterno on the plane?
I have no idea. I don't think the problem is him being banned from flying. I think the problem is how was he able to get all of this shit on an airplane? I could be wrong. Here's the video. I don't want to unmute it.
Yeah, I just watched it.
It's it's something else.
That's what someone's like. How did he smuggle in the sterno? And we're trying to read the comments.
I just don't understand. Southwest wrote, "We have no words other than please don't even think about cooking a steak on one of our flights."
Uh,
Oh, it's the same person who it says here. Funnily enough, this isn't the first time he's grabbed headlines with a prank he claims to have pulled on a flight. Earlier, there's footage of him cutting a woman's hair blocked his in-flight TV screen, which turned out to be staged, which obviously, like, did you see the one the other day? The lady's hair is like all over the place, and the girl or whomever, I don't know, their face isn't shown. They take a piece of gum and they like work this piece of gum
um,
into this person's hair. It's like if you barely touch your hair,
why?
you can feel it. It
Yeah.
looks like it's probably a wig or something, but I don't know. Like, what a stupid thing to
I mean,
post.
I'm all about like pranks and jokes and stuff like that. But something like this, like, you know,
Well, I don't like
I
that
don't
it
know,
like
man.
encourages people to go do it themselves, you know?
Yeah. Well, and it's like, and he showed basically that you can bring sterno onto an airplane, which is like, I don't really want to bring like, that stuff's basically napalm.
Mhm.
Like, so yeah, wow, that's great. I already didn't like flying.
Oh. Oh,
Because of other people. I don't personally mind getting on an airplane. I
it's
don't
always
think
the
that
other people, yeah.
I just hate like being around so many people. Like if there's something that COVID has like blessed me with is that there are far less people anywhere I go and I don't
Yes.
have to see as many. So I'm really happy. 'Cause I didn't realize how much I really disliked people until like you're away from them for forever. It's
Here's
like whenever we
the
get stuff like
oh,
DoorDashed or whatever, it's like I just don't want to interact with them at all. So we like to tell them like, please leave it
contactless
outside.
delivery. Yep.
Yeah, contactless delivery. Do not ring the doorbell. Do not knock on the door.
Yeah.
Just like I don't even want to like the app tells me when you're here.
Exactly. Just text me the picture.
I appreciate your service. Thank you very much for helping
Mhm.
me and for taking my order. But it's like I don't want to deal with you. That's if I wanted to deal with people, I would have gone myself to the store. And some of them are pretty good. Some of them I think are genuinely confused. We had one person though. Um, she was legitimately mad that she couldn't hand the stuff off to us, and she wasn't even wearing a mask. And she was like, "Oh, I just want to give you your food." And it's like, "Yeah, just leave it. Just leave it outside."
Yeah,
Like the instructions said, please just leave the damn food. So
absolutely.
so we actually yeah, today we got a really really sweet lady, and we were so I'm incredibly hungover,
Yes.
so we are not going anywhere. Uh, so we actually had Walgreens door dashed.
Mhm.
So we had like, because we didn't have any soda or anything, and like all I had in the fridge was beer, and I just was like, I was gonna die if I had to look at more alcohol. And so I had them DoorDash some cherry Pepsi, but like when I went over to pick it up, like I almost died in the process of like bringing it in. And then I realized I went outside and I wasn't wearing any pants. And it's like like when you're hungover and you sleep all day and like you don't do anything. So like literally I'm just like in a t-shirt and I underpants and I'm just like
Yeah, just
yeah.
mindlessly meandering to the front door to
Yeah.
receive your belongings. Um,
But it's nice
Traff,
that you can do that.
yeah, Traff, if there was one person, if someone asked me, who's the one person on the planet that you would say doesn't like people, I'd say Trafalgar.
He hates people the most too.
Traff hates people the most.
Makes sense.
I think Traff likes me, but he does not. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Traff. We gotta get Jesus Cow in here. I got my bangs trimmed. Oh shit. Yep.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's very minor, but Jesus Cow though.
Hello, Lucas. How are you?
Lucaskio.
Time for the mandatory squiddly diddly.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite one. I'm so thankful that this is a thing. I'm also tired. Yes, people. It's like it's just generic like people.
It is. Yeah, it's
Okay,
not
it's
even like
time for
specific people. What is it
I'm
time
gonna
for?
take my last two.
Oh.
Oh God. I mean, it works, and sometimes it makes me barf. So.
Oh, well, it's like 50-50. We'll find out in a minute.
15 minutes. It's just 4 minute formula, but
4-minute formula?
this stuff is like amazing
What
though.
does it
Like,
do? Just like quell nausea?
hmm sometimes.
Or exacerbates?
Yeah. It's usage for the relief of nausea associated with upset sour stomach, including that due to overindulgence in food and drink. So, like, this is literally marketed for like asshats like me that kill half a handle of gin. So, yeah,
um,
it's terrible. I don't know
I've
what happens, like, because I usually don't drink, and like sometimes I'll just get in this like mood. I don't know what it is. It's like
mhm.
what a trigger is, and then I'll just like I'll lose my mind, and it's just like I don't know, it's awful. Speaking of awful things that are not too bad, did you guys see that waitress that got a $2,000 tip and then they weren't gonna give it to her?
Yeah, did you see how the waitress kinda, like, tried to, like, cover her or not the waitress, the restaurant, like, their explanation? They were like, "No,
Oh
no,
yeah, it
no,
was
we were gonna give it to her, we just couldn't give it to her at the moment." It's
yeah,
like
it's just because we can only process $500.
yeah.
It's like yeah, dude, that's crazy. But I don't disagree that like, man, you really want to give big tips like that in like a check
Let's see. What's
or
rough?
cash. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a lot of text. Amber Dobbs. Oh, yeah.
What's the
I don't
Nicolas
disagree.
Cage movie where he gives a tip?
Is there a Nicolas Cage movie?
Nicolas Cage movie where he gives a tip. It could happen
Don't.
to you.
Oh, is that the one where
He has no
it could?
money to tip her, the waitress, and he offers her half the winnings of his lottery ticket. Amazingly, the ticket turns out to be a winner in the sum of $4 million. He shares the money with her.
Oh,
What would the movie look like? Looks like So here's the thing. So obviously in the name of the movie, he had to win the lottery. But what would the movie have looked like if he didn't win the lottery?
Like every day. Like, why did you give me this? Or what if it was like a very small like winning? It was like, what if you won a free lottery ticket?
Yep. And he's
How
like,
does
you can
that work?
scratch
Like,
off half.
yeah. Dude, we got some scratch offs, and I swear to God, I don't know what's going on. Like, I found this website, and it tells you the odds of every state, and
Oh,
like
really?
what your actual odds are, like dollar per dollar. And obviously, everything is a negative odd, but there are ones that have better odds. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Wow. Young Nick Cage. I know they probably wouldn't have made a movie out of it, Traff, but you know what? A girl can dream.
that's right.
The only Nicolas Cage movie I have ever enjoyed was Mandy. Have you seen Mandy?
Which one's Mandy? Now I have to look this up.
Oh my
Mandy.
god, you have to watch it. I don't
Oh, that's the
know,
zombie
Trav.
one.
No, they're not zombie. Well, are there zombies in it? I don't know.
Wait,
It's
what
just
is this?
really bloody. He like goes and there's this like murderous cult kind of thing, and him and this girl they like on this murder rampage, and it's like
What is this? I have
overly
never
gory.
seen this. With this like straight to
We saw it on
VHS?
Amazon. The production company does like smaller Daniel Isn't Real. We just watched that. It's just like kind of obscure like grunge like horror films that aren't scary. They're like just gory and
Yeah.
interesting storylines.
Kind of like oh, like what was that movie that dude Elijah Wood produced it? Like what the hell?
Oh, Come to Daddy, that one?
No,
Or
Mandy.
oh. Do you know Elijah Wood movie I'm talking about?
Mm-mm. No.
Oh, it is
You
called Come to Daddy. I haven't seen it. Ian watched it without me. It has Elijah Wood and um no, not Elijah Wood daddy. I don't want to know whose dad is. Who else is in it?
who's
Oh, I
Elijah
thought
Wood's
Stephen
daddy?
McHattie was someone else, but it's an interesting movie. Ian said it was interesting. I still haven't watched it yet, but yeah, Come to Daddy.
Well, I guess some of y'all over there on the West Coast are gonna get a lot of time to watch movies, I hear.
I am getting texts about it right now. I don't even know about it. And nobody who's like I literally Googled it and I was like, who would Google the word daddy? Like if you're looking for someone's father, I wouldn't say. And why do people also search for Steven Tyler? What's the I don't get it.
I
Um
just looked up. I think it's because it's like come to daddy, but I think that like Google like tries to do the best it can.
Sometimes Google's best is not very good.
I miss old Google. Like before it was all like optimized and whatever.
Mhm.
Like when like cuz I remember perfecting my Google foo so I could like freaking Google anything and it would be like on the first page, like just with like proper like word placement.
Right.
Now there's all these like stupid boosted promoters and SEO and all this garbage,
Yeah.
and it's like it completely throws like my ability to look anything up. Like,
Yeah, the days
you
of
know,
like going to page 6 and beyond are over.
yeah.
And that's
I
like
forgot
the
to
whole
oil my chair again. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Um Hooligans?
Hooligans. I've seen hooligans like
The one
after
from
a soccer game.
2004 or 2008? I don't know if that's the right one. Oh, Green Street Hooligans. A wrongfully expelled Harvard undergrad moves to London where he's introduced to the violent underworld of football hooliganism.
Hooliganism.
Hooliganism. That is a word I
That's a
am
good
going
word.
to let live in my brain for rent free.
Hooliganism. It's just a fun word.
Hooliganism.
It's like cellar door.
Cellar door. I don't feel the same. I don't have the same sentiment about cellar door.
I one of my favorite words is fuzzy because I think it's one of the few words that sounds like what it is.
I guess so.
Because like fuzzy sounds fuzzy,
Mhm.
doesn't it?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Fuzz sounds like fuzz.
Mm.
Yeah. No, good point, good
And
point.
my friend James told me that there is one word in the English language that looks exactly like when you say it as the action it's describing. Describing.
What word is that?
Poop.
Oh,
See, because
yep.
there you go.
Yeah.
Now you'll never be able to unhear the word poop.
Never again.
It was ruined for
Thankfully,
me.
I
Now I
don't
ruined it
hear
for
it
you all
much
too.
in my life.
The word poop.
I don't hear the word poop very often. I've probably heard it more in the last minute than I have in the last 4 months.
Yes.
Um,
But now you have a fun fact that you can drop at parties. Is
yeah,
did you know?
have you watched that thing about the uh oh shit, saying the word without touching your lips?
Say the word without
Hold on, hold
touching.
on, hold on, hold on. Don't Google
Hey,
anything.
hey, you okay?
No, no, no. Hold on.
Hey,
Hold on.
hey,
No,
hey,
no, 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 no.
hey.
Okay, you have to say Coca-Cola without touching your lips.
So I just don't do this? Is that what you're saying?
No, like your lips can't touch each other.
Yeah. Is this like a trick?
No, 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 no. Like do
Is this
it.
like when my friend told me, "Can you quack like a duck?" And I
No.
didn't know the reference, and then it's because of that song. You know what I'm talking about?
Can you quack? Can you quack like a duck? That one?
Can you quack like a duck when you fuck?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ian fucking
Yeah.
quotes that
Okay.
shit all the time. Okay, say
Yeah.
Coca-Cola without touching your lips.
I have a feeling that you're making fun of me, and I don't know.
I'm
I'm gonna do it. I'm
not.
gonna do it off screen,
No,
so
no,
you can.
no. You had to. We had to be able to see if you do it.
Okay. Coca-Cola.
Okay, try to be like enunciate your C's a little bit better.
Coca-Cola.
All right, one more time.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just do it one more time.
Coca-Cola.
Okay, now say Coca-Cola regularly.
Coca-Cola?
You get it?
What's
Like
no?
when you say Coca-Cola, your lips don't touch. But when you
Oh
tell
my
people to say
God.
it,
I knew it. I told you. I knew this was a setup. I knew it from the beginning.
that was a good one though. I like that one.
Shit. Fuck you. I'm bringing that back. I'm trying to bring that. Nobody does that anymore. I'm trying to bring it back.
I like that.
And then you add the middle finger for that extra
Oh
like
yes, or like the
that's the extra send off, you know?
oh, we're not gonna try monkey because
Monkey. I
unky,
can't.
unky. That one you actually have to
Monkey.
touch your lips to make an
Yeah.
M. Coca-Cola is a goof and a gag. You know what I wanted to talk about is what
Is
was
it
it called?
taco? Taco?
No,
Can we
the
talk about how there isn't a taco, by the way?
what the hell is that?
It's a squid taco. I've always
Oh,
wanted to open
octopus
up.
taco. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. I always wanted to open up like a Mexican Japanese like fusion restaurant and call it Taco.
I feel you. I like that.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to talk about Book of Travels.
Laughing without smiling looks creepy.
I don't like
God,
it
I
at
just
all.
I
You look like
just
a
feel like I'm
Halloween
on.
decoration.
I know. I feel like I'm severely sedated on drugs. You know, it's like that is so funny. Ha 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 ha. This is great entertainment.
Yes, Traff. He saw the fucking pictures.
What picture? Oh yes, I loved it. Yes. We're gonna work on making those emojis.
Yeah,
And by we I mean somebody else is probably gonna do it because I'm so lazy.
I have no idea how to do it. Maybe
I put some Christmas decorations up. You can kind of barely see them.
I can see Santa. It's a long story.
And you can see my
Oh,
duck.
I
Where's my
I see the
pig?
duck.
I don't know where my pig went. I have a pig one too. And then this one, but you can't see it, so I'm gonna actually move
No.
it down.
The Star Wars?
Yeah, it's the we always buy our Christmas
Oh.
decorations like after Christmas.
Yep.
So like they're on like some stupid like sale. I know you guys want to see the back of my head. It's great. I'm just trying to find the pig one's right there. You can't see it. I gotta bring them down. Hang on, dude. This is my favorite. Like this is the absolute like my most favoriteest Christmas decoration I have. Followed, of course, by the duck because the duck is just like I don't know. I found these at Hobby Lobby
I like those a
and
lot.
I loved them and I had to own them. I had to. It just oh
I
Jesus, Mary
just
and Joseph.
bought um
I have to do some adjusting. Oh
what?
jeez.
They have like fluorescent ones? Oh, those are piggy banks.
Oh wait, that's literally what I just had. That didn't work. Okay, here we go. I have way too many board games, and they need to be like sorted somehow.
Oh, this is a giraffe. I don't know how to read. Oh, oh, my second monitor just like shut off. Living spaces. I don't know.
Living
They're like little
spaces.
unicorns that look like balloons, but they're
Oh, Diglett, no.
living spaces, or they're not. I can't talk. Anyway,
Oh, is it? You know what? I saw that.
what?
I saw it the other day. I was at Walmart, and it was a balloon animal. Is that what you're talking about?
No, 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 no. It kind of looks like these fluorescent things. Oh, I didn't ever took the fucking delay off my thing.
Oh,
I can't do it now. Remind me on Sunday. It looks like these, but they're black and white and they're like solid, like I don't know what material they're made out of.
look at this up. I want to look at this. Oh, yeah, send me the link because I can't see it. It's too tiny.
It's okay, you don't need to look at it. I wanted to
Dude, you
talk.
need to look at this thing. It's called a squeaky. I'm interrupting you.
What is it?
It's called Squeaky.
How do I spell it?
Squeakee. Squeaky the balloon dog.
Oh God.
And I realized that once animal AI, like robot animals, you know what I mean, like cyber pets or like in real life or
Yeah,
whatever, like are real. I've decided that I don't want. I want a balloon animal
it's pretty
robot.
cute.
I
60
kind of.
sounds and movements.
It's pretty dope.
You know what would be cooler though? Is if it was. Wait. Oh, if it was actually made out of balloons.
Oh, if it wasn't made out of hard plastic.
Yeah, and as I said that, I clicked where it said like inflate me to play, and I was like, hold the fucking phone. Like this really is a balloon, but it's just like a toy to like stimulate the AI. And that came out, so I don't know how. I don't know.
Wait, why does it come with a thumbtack? What do you no? Why do you put the thumbtack in the
It
dog?
farts. Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh, you put the thumbtack to kill it.
Feed me my balloon food, and I'll pee or fart. Inflated with personality. Sit. Rub my belly.
Oh yeah, he does go pee. He just makes the pee noise.
Yeah, I don't. Bad
I want one.
Squeaky. He's pretty cute.
I know.
Where's?
Oh my god.
Let's watch
I
him
want
fart
that
one more
robot dog.
time.
You want to watch it fart?
I just watched him fart again. He's pretty cute. Do they make other squeakies?
As of right now, I think that's the only one. Because that's the only one I saw, and he only comes in red. But you know that this is probably going to be one of those hot holiday toys because it just looks like something that I don't know.
How about this? For real poops a lot. Big Wags interactive kitty.
Oh,
There's no video on it though. It has a leash, but this is for real walks a lot. So, like, you're a parent and your kid is like, "I want a for real pet." And you go to the store. As a parent, how do I not if I'm looking at the 2 options, they want a for real cat, how is my small, immature brain really gonna pick a walks a lot over a poops a lot pet? Like, obviously, I'm gonna buy my kid the animal that shits everywhere because that's
Uh,
fucking amazing.
I hate. I absolutely. Oh my god, this is hysterical. I absolutely despise like the poop trend. I hate it.
I hate it too, but I think
Ah,
this is
God.
hilarious, and the fact that it has, like, the Ahigo, like, eyes and tongue, like, what? This is so inappropriate.
Yeah, I think I didn't even notice that. I wasn't looking at it with those eyes. Now I can't unsee like
It's like
I
anime
can't
girl.
see it. Why would you do this to me? This is fucking terrible. This is so awful.
One day you're gonna, like, go over
Uh,
to a friend's house who has kids, and, like, the little girl's gonna walk out with this, and your brain, like, the
I'm just
wires
gonna
are
be
gonna
like, nope.
cross, and you're like, "Ah." Oh god, it's even worse from the front. You get, like, a little poop claw.
Oh God.
Oh, baby. Why
You
would
know,
they make its
I'm gonna be
face?
in like the dark corners of Reddit and I'm gonna find some video that I'm not gonna want to click on. But you're exactly gonna know what it's a video of, and it's like, why?
Oh, there is another squeaky balloon dog.
There is a different one?
Yes, Spotty the Dalmatian.
Oh.
He's a different color. He's obviously spotted and looks like a Dalmatian. The toy
Oh yeah.
butt gets stimulated. No! Bad. By 101 of these? Or 102?
They have a flamingo?
Where are you
No, it's
seeing
a
this?
pooping
Oh,
flamingo.
the little Liv gotta go.
Gotta go come on, man.
Ew, look at the poop.
It's gross. See, I told you it's a nasty fucking trend.
Who
These are
decided this
terrible.
is
These are
what the flamingo shit in the bowl is gonna look like? Oh, it's like the hydrophobic sand, isn't it?
oh
Yeah, it
god.
is. And so it goes through its mouth. Feed me, I do a magic poop. I repeat what you say. First of all, flamingos don't fucking talk to
Yeah,
people. That would be a parrot and poop as a connotation or a consonance. Someone in the marketing department clearly missed the fucking ball on the pooping parrot and was like, we should make a flamingo.
right. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about how the conversation went.
Oh, there's a
You know,
video? Uh-oh, gotta go.
gotta go flamingo.
I'm so hungry.
Those kids are all gonna turn into furries, which I think that's okay. Because we grew up watching Spider-Man 2099, and most of us didn't turn into furries.
What is this video,
Oh,
Lucas?
I'm always afraid whenever people post videos in the chat.
It's a
There's
Lucas
great
video.
evil afoot in the toy industry.
We can't. We'll watch this later. I'll save it.
I'm a month late. Oh, I see.
Which
I
one is
understand it.
it?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Oh, it's literally the pooping flamingo.
No, we're not late. Okay. We are new.
And yeah,
This was actually filmed then.
okay, but
It's just we're
also
just live streaming it now.
we're talking about Spotty the Dalmatian, the squeaky balloon dog. We're not even talking. We're just it was just a related search, okay? Rain Fur Fest. Oh, that's great, Traff. Yeah, Traff
Wow.
saw a video. You mean you took the video while you were there? I know what you get into.
God.
There's so many balloon dog things. Whoa, whoa, what's this one? Oh, this one's literally made out of balloons.
I picked balloon animal artistry up when I was in college, and I did balloon animals for about a year.
Here you go.
in the privacy of my own home for my friends, and it was like the weirdest thing because I hate balloons. No, stop! I don't want to see that.
It comes in so many different colors, and it's $70. Why?
Oh my god.
I was like, you know what I need? This.
But you know what? It's so funny because I was having this conversation about things that are like overpriced, and I was talking about. Remember, you guys, Supreme, right?
Yeah.
It's like $1,000 for a white T-shirt that just says Supreme on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, good at that's great marketing. I'm just saying, like, it just reminds me of Von Dutch, like.
Yeah.
But at least I feel like Von Dutch was like stylized, and they had like a whole like thing kind of going. And Supreme, I feel like all it is just Supreme, like, and then it's just pasted onto something, And now there's what Supreme and Louis Vuitton, and it's like, and it's just
Oh yeah.
basically Louis Vuitton print with like with a Supreme logo on top of it, and it's I mean it's selling and good, that's great, but it's just crazy.
Yeah. Have you watched the Patriot Act episode on that? Have you
On
ever watched the
Supreme?
Patriot Act?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh, it's what's
I
his
know what the
name?
actual Patriot Act is, but
No, the net.
we're not doing that type of podcast.
No, it's Hassan Minhaj. He's the host. And every episode, I really like it because not only does it kind of like not dumb things down, but it helps like people who don't have a lot of like political background understand a lot of things. And he does a lot of episodes, like there's one on fast fashion, there's one on Supreme, there's one on the coronavirus, the shutdown, like a lot of relevant topics, or like defunding the police, stuff like that. But he does it in like a really interesting way. I don't know, I really find it entertaining.
Mhm.
I would
Why are
watch
they
it.
saying?
What?
I'm reading this article and it's saying that it's a toxic show.
Why is it toxic? Ew, I have
That's what I'm
like
trying to know.
dried soup on my chin. Oh god. My whole chin is just soup. No soup for you.
This is
Ew.
why we need a makeup department to tell us.
Yeah, what the fuck, Traff? I thought that's what you were. Chin Soup Gamer for 2069, baby.
I like that.
What?
Chin Soup Gamer 420. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, you can just like, if you're trending, you can just slap a label on something and say it's like.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading an article about Cyberpunk, and they were talking about how it's going to cost you a little over $2,000 to have like all the Cyberpunk merch.
Yeah.
Because there's like the phone, the One Touch has a Cyberpunk edition.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like a Cyberpunk Rockstar, and obviously there's a Cyberpunk Xbox One you can get. And then there's a Cyberpunk mouse pad, and then the Cyberpunk mouse, which I actually really want, but it's like $150, so I'm gonna have to wait on that one. And there's a
Okay.
Cyberpunk gaming chair.
What?
But it reminds me of that. Remember Spaceballs?
Yep.
You ever seen the movie?
Another movie
Okay.
I never watched though.
Oh my god, you need to watch it.
I know.
Anyways, there's a scene where they talk about merchandising,
Okay.
and my favorite line is "Spaceballs the flamethrower." But you have to watch it to get that reference. But every
Okay.
time we go out to the store and I'll see something with merchandising, I'll always say "Spaceballs the flamethrower."
Mm-hmm.
That movie's hysterical.
It's Mel Brooks,
God.
right?
Mel Brooks is just, I mean, gold.
I love Mel Brooks, but I've just never seen Spaceballs.
They usually have like you can actually buy the collection, and
Like
it's all
Mel
of his
Brooks?
the Mel Brooks collection. That's
Yeah.
usually pretty good because it has it has everything that's like it's cleverly written. It's a really good satire on science fiction, I think.
Yeah.
And it has one of my favorite actors in it, Rick Moranis,
Yes.
who plays Dark Helmet. Is that what his name is? Dark Helmet? I don't know.
I literally did not say that, Traff. Cut that quote. Thank you very much, but I never saw anything. Hush. I haven't seen one thing.
I love Mel Brooks, but we need to start saving some of these quotes. You need to watch it, Lucas. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. It's really good.
I'll watch it. Maybe we'll have a watch party off
Ooh, that might be
stream
fun. Yeah.
or on. I don't give a shit.
Can we do watch? Like, how does that work? Like, do they just like, do they yell at you because you're? But it's like if it's like a commentary. If we do it like, that's how like riff tracks gets away with it, right?
Yeah, and I'll ask Ian because he used to do it, but Traff did. People need to own Amazon, then everyone can watch. Yeah, Ian used to do watch parties. Ian and Traff know what's up. I stole Traff from Ian. Obviously, we went over that stuff.
Mm,
They're in the know together,
okay.
but I don't know because I'm not in the
I
know.
don't know.
I'm no in the know.
So you were gonna say something before I interrupted you 30
Yeah,
minutes ago.
I really want to talk about this Book of Travels game.
Okay, so guilty. I never actually read anything about it. It just
Did you
looked
watch the
cool.
video at all? Oops, this is
Uh-uh.
actual light.
Oh yeah, you know what I did? I did. It was weird. I didn't watch the long video. I watched like a short trailer, but basically, so you probably have a bigger grasp on it than I do.
I just really like. I obviously don't know
Oh,
about
it's so pretty.
their first game because I don't know a shit about shit. But um, let's see. I'm on their like Kickstarter, but let's see. Flick the cat. To celebrate an amazing campaign, we'll introduce our stray office cat Flick to the game, making her appearance in random places in Braided Shore, just as she does in the studio. So there's like these many backers will get this, will get that, whatever. The
And it's an
companion.
MMO, right?
It's a small. What did they say? It was a very limited multiplayer online. So there's, not everyone, like there's going to be a whole lot of different places people will go. But I think the thing that was, tiny multiplayer online, TMORPG. Let's see. There
Well,
won't
it's
be
on my
anything
wish list. I'm
massive.
now following it.
Yeah, I'm looking at what's it called? The
Do they have a
pledging.
Kickstarter? Is it
Mhm.
still up, or is
Oh
it?
no.
Okay.
But something I found really fascinating that I read was about the language. Let me see if I can find it in here. I don't
This
think
game looks beautiful. Like,
it's really something else to look at visually. Yeah, this isn't
if
the
you
same
have
link.
if you have Smeet, you can wish list it on Smeet. It's Steam, but I call Steam Smeet because it's just more funner.
Oh, here, right here. Wordless communication for richer role play. So basically, what I took from it is that you communicate with other players using. This is not what I took from it. This is a direct quote. Using a unique set of emotes and symbols, which are unlocked as you experience new things. This means you'll gain symbols to express boat and market once you've encountered them. And then this was the line that I liked. It's we've used this bold kind of game design before. We fell in love with how wordless communication boosted players' creativity as they found ways to say a lot with very little, which I really like. And
You mean how people can say things with like peaches and eggplants?
yeah, and little water squirts. But no, I really like the idea because especially being kind of like the other thing I was reading that you sent me, it compared it, to like D&D or another MMO or whatever. And the whole
Yeah.
idea of in these games like WoW and D&D, we're all different races, we're all different um like backgrounds, and we all speak the common language, but in reality, even though it's not real, I'm not going to speak the same language as someone else or whatever. So the fact that this game kind of removes that common language, and you have to work with what you're given, and it's like you almost have to communicate as if, you're all foreigners. Like, I think that's really fascinating, and I think it's something that would
Yeah.
be frustrating, but, like, it'd be a good frustration because 'cause you're like, "I need to get my point across." Like, how do I get my point across with, like, literally j 3 symbols,
Hmm.
you know?
Lucas, it's called Smeat, not Steam.
Yeah. Was it loud?
I
I
didn't
had
hear
turned
it.
them off forever ago. I just get fucking Dota invites, and I haven't played Dota in months, and I don't know why anyone wants to hang out. How do I turn off my Steam notification noise? Notifications.
Steam.
Play a sound. Done and done. Flash window. Okay, there. No more sound. No more sound from Smeat. What
That's
was this
right. How
called?
dare you?
Book of Travels. I'm gonna wish list this right now. Second quarter of 2021.
I can't.
Nice, Traff. Nice. Okay. You don't have to test it that many times. Dota or donut? What are you saying?
Donut? I want donut.
No, my mom's texting me.
Oh.
Um, but yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do as far as like group. Oops, I do not want to hear
Like
that.
how it's
Like
like how
me, you, and 2 other people want to play. Like, are we gonna be able to like play together? Oh my god.
they had like Alexa. Oh
That's
my god.
me. They
That's
had like a
funny.
what?
I remember in what was that desert game? I was on
Oh,
PlayStation for the longest time. You know what I'm talking about? Where you get
um,
the guy in the little red cloak, and you were in the desert, and it was like solo, but you could like run into people, but it was like random, like nobody knew where they were, but people figured out a way to like run into each other, like in the game.
what the hell is that noise? People
Sounds
figured
like a
out a
cricket.
way.
Yeah, no, not it's not Oni. It's oh, PlayStation. Let's see if my Google is still up to snuff.
Damn, $518. Oh, it comes with
Journey,
Journey.
2012.
Oh, I was like 4 when that came out.
Oh, okay. Well,
Make a late pledge.
is there a Make a Lake pledge?
It says make a late pledge. I'd rather just wait and fucking buy the game, you know. I am still 4. Yeah, you were still a cell with a tail in 2012.
You guys make me uncomfortable when you say that you're that young. I feel so old now.
Well, I mean,
Such little babies. I am the old man.
when
I'm
you
the
say
old
it
man
that
now.
way, it's definitely weird. How do you feel about the new Dune movie?
So, I like the old Dune movie. And I can just hear Pantheo saying, "Why do you like it? It's trash," or whatever, because apparently everything I like is garbage. But
I wish he was here for that.
I know, I really wish he was here for that. I
We'll
told him
clip
that we
it
were
and
live.
ship it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I love the man, I really loved the old Dune movie. For me personally, like, because you have to think back that like really there wasn't a lot of really good high production sci-fi like
Oh,
before the this recent decade.
really quick.
Yeah.
You have to look at Trafalgar's last message because I love the name Robert. And Traff is also
Hey,
an
Trev,
an old
you
man.
are you and I are also the same. We're the same oldness.
So anyway, so Dune. I recently just watched it for the first time, like a couple months ago. So I can
And
actually be in this conversation.
it's just like I said, so there really wasn't a lot of like high production sci-fi, and I understand a lot of people didn't really like think it was like the best movie ever made and whatever. But there really wasn't that much. And so for me, like, because you could watch Star Wars, and then
Mhm.
you could watch some of the Star Trek movies, which are hit or miss. And then you had like Dune and like Starship Troopers and stuff like that, and it
Mhm.
was just like it was just really cool to see other perspectives, because with Star Trek and Star Wars you really had that established, like this is what it was, this is how it is,
Right.
and you knew the worlds and whatever. But Dune was like new, and even though I own all the books, I've never read them. Dude, I have Amanda laughs at me because like I have this like library of like all these like really good books, and like I just have never read them. Like I just own them to have them, and
That's why I don't buy books because I know
they're
I
not
won't
even
read them.
out there.
Yeah.
They're not even like I'm trying to be showy. Like they're literally in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I guess a better question is not what do you think? That's too broad. Do you think there needs to be, is there any need for a new Dune movie?
Sure. I don't think that's a problem.
I don't know. I like what you're talking about, like the kitschy, like being able to watch like when I just watched it, like I had this idea of how it was going to be and it like exceeded my expectations because of like not how bad it was, but just how like hard they tried to do new things. And obviously in 2020 like it looks bad because,
Right.
it's 2020. But like those are the kind of things like I love that it's fake, but it's more real than the stuff that comes out today. Like
Mm-hmm.
the new Dune movie is going to be 98% CGI, and it's like
Right.
whereas you're lacking that like tiny bit of immersion and imagination that you just don't get from these like corny, if you will, like special effects
Right.
that
When it was like physical, it was.
yeah, and they actually or like the monsters were like people in suits, at least there was like some lifelike feature to them instead of looking at it and just seeing like, oh, that's clearly just created on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just once I watched it, I'd love to read that book actually, but once I watched it, I was like, this story is so fascinating. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
like mad that they're redoing it just because ugh.
I wish they would have done it like I like when on TV they do those like the mini series, like it's like like 7 hour long whatevers. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And that's all there is. It's just the bookend to bookend, and they can really like explore the content.
Right, develop
Like
things a little bit more,
right,
the
right, like kind
storylines.
of like
Yeah.
with Game of Thrones, like that was kind of like. Which, by the way, can we talk about how having a terrible, terrible season, no matter how good that series was and everyone was obsessed, nobody talks about Game of Thrones anymore. We still talk about The Sopranos,
Oh
you
my,
know?
that gabagool. I didn't even
Right. But we're
finish
not,
Game of Thrones. I
yeah,
when we
I
moved
couldn't get
in,
past season 4.
I binge watched everything. Oh, really? I watched all the way up to the last season. I watched like as soon as the big fight was over, I just turned it off because the reviews, I would read like the reviews before watching it
Mm,
because I was getting a little burnt. I was like, damn, that's a lot of Game of Thrones for like a very short amount of time. And I was reading the reviews and people were like, just don't. And I was like, okay, I won't.
yeah.
Thanks for the heads
I
up.
just,
So I don't even, I mean, I know how it ends, but I didn't watch the last like 3 or 4 episodes.
I watched the very last episode. I skipped everything from season 4 till the last episode just to see what it was about. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I can see that you spent a lot of time with character development just to kind of throw it all away. That was kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
but it reminds me of Heroes back in the writer's strike in 2000. God, when was the writer's strike? Was it 2009?
Was it?
Traff was probably the only person that can answer this. When was the writer's strike in Hollywood? 2007. Okay. From November 5th, 2007 to February 12th, 2008, all 12,000 film and TV screenwriters from the American Labor Unions, Writers Guild of America and the Writers Guild of America on the West Coast They wanted more money, so they all went on strike. And
Right.
I was watching Heroes at the time, and I actually liked that show. And then when it was really getting good, the writer's strike happened.
Yeah.
So then you have like this series, and it's like it's so great that they're really doing some stuff, and then it just kind of nosedives completely. Like the story just like craters, and it was like, what are you doing? Like, take a break, you know?
I remember
But
like hearing about that. I never watched Heroes. I
they did a
just
lot of stupid stuff. Like they rebooted like 4 times, like in the series.
yeah.
Like they pushed the big old reset button where everybody lost their powers, and then everybody got them back, and then everybody lost their powers, and everyone got them back, and then it was just like over and over and over and over. And I was like, stop! Like, stop doing that! Like, I understand like having like one thing. I haven't seen the Reborn, but I heard it was pretty good.
when did the Reborn come out?
That was like web based, wasn't it? Oh, it was
I have
really
no
bad.
idea.
Okay, so it was the exact opposite of what I said. I don't know. I don't know. I like that stuff though. You know? 2015. See, like it seemed like to me it came out like 6 months ago, but it came out like freaking 5 years ago. I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of good stuff's come out though. And I like what they're doing. I don't know if you saw that article I posted about Warner Brothers. All of their Warner Brothers movies are going to be on HBO Max now. So they're going to release both in the theaters and on what's it called? On in the cinema. Because that's what Disney did with Mulan.
Mhm.
And if it wasn't for the political backlash, I'm sure it would have been a lot more successful. Most don't tell me that they don't show up, man. That makes me sad. I need more Matt Parkman in my life. That's what I need, dude. He was the best. That's the I forgot what that actor's name is, but he's in Star Wars and stuff now, and he does a lot of other movies. But he was my
Let's look
favorite.
him up.
Him and that's the show that introduced us all to Zachary Quinto. Man, everyone was like super into him, and then when he played Spock on Star Trek, everyone lost their mind. So that was exciting. Yeah, Matt was great. Whatever that actor's name is, he's a good
Greg
actor.
Grunberg.
Yes. And he's in he was in Star Wars, and he's in a couple other movies. But because I mean he's an actor, so he's in a lot of movies. But I just like him. He's just a likable.
It says he was in Heroes Reborn. You have to watch it now.
Oh, he was in LA Noire, yeah. Which, by the way, when I worked at GameStop at the time when that game came out, everyone come up to me, "Do you guys have that LA Noire game?" And it's like it's
No
noir.
No weir.
Or when Skyrim came out, everyone's like, "You guys have that Elder Scrim, the Scrim game?" And I'm like,
He was
"Stop."
in Malibu's Most Wanted.
That movie is fantastic.
What happened to Jamie Kennedy?
I don't know.
I'm
Something must have happened.
the Jamie Kennedy experiment, like he revealed on an episode in the doctors that he's been suffering from a heart condition. Okay. He had a pacemaker at 14. So what does he do now?
Yeah, because he hasn't done anything since. No, he's done some stuff. He's done a couple things, but yeah, it looks like he took a big break. Like he really didn't do a lot. Like in the late after 2010, he kind of like. Because I'm looking at his filmography and it looks pretty busy, and then he just kind of goes, "Meh." I guess he's coming out with a new stand-up.
Yeah. Let me
He was in
see.
Roe versus Wade, the movie. That's interesting.
He was an interesting guy.
But now I want to watch Malibu's Most Wanted.
Right? Oh my god, I used to have the DVD. I watched it all the time. Ugh.
Oh, and 1996 also brought us some amazing film, Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Why did they stop doing stuff like that? Like, I really wanted them to do everything. Wasn't that the rumor? Like, if anybody remembers 1996,
Nope.
that they were going to do other Shakespeare plays just like that. And then I guess it just never.
Well, that
God.
sucks. Let's Go to Prison. Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Also, why do they keep making Tremors movies? How many?
It's like Sharknado because it's like trending.
Yeah, but Tremors was like legit. There's 6. They haven't made, let's see, so 90, 96, there's 6 years. 96, 2001, there's 5 years. Then we have 3 years. Then they took an 11-year hiatus. Then 3 years. So if we stay on this trend in about 3 years from now, we'll get
A new
another
one?
Tremors. Isn't Fred
Tremors
Ward
17.
Oh. Yeah, Tremors. I just don't get it. Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell. Where does this take place?
Somewhere
Canada.
cold? Somewhere cold.
You don't know what Tremors is? Oh my god, it's the big worms under the earth that come out. Speaking of Dune, there's
Kevin Bacon.
sandworms. Reba's in it. Reba is Bay.
You know what? I always get Tremors and Holes confused.
Holes has a very special spot in like my heart, in my head, that's just like severely associated with negativity. Like that movie came out in elementary school and I had to watch it. Yeah, Holes with Shia LaBeouf. And I had to watch it in elementary school and I just remember like I don't know. It's not that we were too young to watch it, but it was just very depressing and like a little too like the whole idea of this kid getting sent away and being helpless and having to dig holes and like how mean everybody was to him. It was a lot. And I hated that movie. I loved the book. And then I saw the movie and saw like the representation of it on screen. I was like, oh God, like this makes my tummy hurt. And I'd watch it
It's a
again
play.
now.
There's also a play.
A play of holes.
It came out right around Corona time, so it was canceled. I feel
Nice.
bad.
I did cry
Oh, man.
IRL. X-Ray's the shit. What was the gypsy lady's name?
Drag Me to Hell?
No, the gypsy lady in Holes.
Oh, I've never seen Holes.
Wait, you've never seen Holes?
Nope.
Oh, I forgot there's X-Ray and Zigzag. Her name?
Because it came out at a weird time. It came out when I was in high school, so
Madame Zeroni. Miss Eartha Kitt. Who you might also know from a million other things.
Patricia Arquette?
Eartha Kitt.
Oh, well. I feel like I have to watch this.
What?
Holes.
Yes, you do.
I feel like I missed out on watching it. Because I want to say 2003, that's when I was in. Is that when I graduated? Yeah, no, I graduated in 2004. High school. So 2003,
How'd
and
you
it took
graduate
a
in
year.
2004? How'd you graduate in 2004?
High school?
Wait. 9. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Math.
Um, Yeah, so and it took a year for movies. That's what it was, because it takes a year for back then. It took between 6 months to a year for a movie to come out from America to Europe,
Mhm.
because the dubbing and the licensing process and everything. And then in Switzerland, they had to have subtitles in French, uh, Swiss German, and in Italian.
Mhm.
If you're lucky, you found the one with the subtitle that was only in one language, so you could actually see the top half of the movie. I mean, and the bottom half of the movie as well. Because if you can imagine 3 sets of subtitles on a
Yeah.
movie, it's a substantial amount of subtitles. Um, but yeah, so I probably missed it. It probably was coming out in the theater, and I was graduating high school, and I was going to go to college, and I don't think I really cared, because that's how I missed Napoleon Dynamite, because that came out around the same time, and I didn't get it. Because when I first moved to the U.S., everyone's like, "You got to watch Napoleon Dynamite. You got to watch it." And the first time I watched it, I didn't see the appeal, and now it's one of my favorite movies.
Is it really? I have never liked Napoleon Dynamite.
You have to really watch it like 10 times.
I have watched that movie
Oh.
a lot of times. I don't know. I think it was because like the hype killed it for me, you know?
Mhm.
Like everyone was obsessed with it. And because if it came out around that same time, that's when I was in like elementary, middle school. So everyone's young and they just like perpetuate like little Napoleon Dynamite and like quote and like everything and like all the lines that kids say all
Mhm.
the time. And I was just like, yeah, exactly. Tina, you fat lard, like over and over and over again. And it was
Yeah.
just kind of like, I can't ever watch this again because it just takes me back to frickin' being 9 years old or whatever.
We had our school got Efren Ramirez and Aaron Rule, who Kip and Pedro, to come
Hmm.
to our school. And the actor that plays Pedro, he's actually a DJ, so he played music.
Okay.
And I felt so bad because I feel when Aaron Rule came over to our school, like I think he was kind of really interested in being like like an actor,
Hmm.
and he wanted to field questions like that, but people kept just going up to him and having him do like be Kip.
Yeah.
And I really felt bad for him, because I was like, obviously that's what we want to dance monkey dance, that's why you're at our school, but like at the same time it was like, this is like a professional actor, and um I kind of felt bad that people didn't want to like talk to him about that, and all they wanted
Right.
him was to do the lines, and I was like, dude, this is rough. So he's in a couple other movies.
What is his name?
Um, Aaron Rule. Oh, but yeah, that's right. Because that's what it was. He was a director and a photographer. And that's what he wanted. That's what it was. Um,
There was a Napoleon Dynamite TV series
there's a Napoleon Dynamite TV series.
in 2012. It was animated. Follow the misadventures of an awkward high school teenager and his quirky friends as they struggle to navigate life in rural Idaho. It had all of the people in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Uncle Rico.
weird.
And I think my wife knows. I'd have to ask her, but I think she knows um, the actress uh, that plays Deb.
Yeah.
I think she knows her.
Trough, we don't know nothing. We just don't know a lot. That's why we're here to learn.
It's an experience. It's like a growing experience, you know? Those quotes will never be used. Oh yeah, the movie wasn't big in Europe. Yeah, it was because and that's what I was trying to say. Like, it was hard to. We're learning how to do a podcast. You doing your best impression of that flamingo? Uh, Jesus. I think it's because it's a cultural thing. You know, I think that that movie, it's like Fargo, you know, like if you've never been uh like to those places in the US, it just doesn't make sense. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Oops. Yeah, no, I get that.
I
I
do
have,
wish that
huh?
there were more movies that came from um other countries that crossed over here to the US, though.
What do you
Like
mean?
seriously, the Asterix and Obelix series are freaking hysterical. Obviously, you need to speak French,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so clever and funny, and I don't and it's like a good big budget movie franchise, and it's just so hard to see here. Maybe if I go to Canada, in the French part, those movies might have a bigger
Mm-hmm.
following. Yeah, see, Asterix and Obelix is great. It's just, but see, that's like something that, like, you know, it's not very popular in the US, and I don't understand why. Like, I was surprised when they made a Tintin movie. Like, that was like amazing. Like, I was like blown away, and that was a great movie. Yes, Big Lebowski. I am designing a shirt that is inspired by the Big Lebowski. I'm actually building up a catalog of shirt designs, um, and I will show it to you all. What do you mean if it gets funnier? No, that movie's hysterical. It's a comedic genius. How dare you? You're wounding my artistic ego here. You monster.
Oh yeah, what's it called? I can't
They
remember the name
remade
of that movie.
Taxi, which was weird, with Queen Latifah.
They did?
Yeah.
I'm just done watching like regurgitated movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do like a Christmas special Big Lebowski D&D dungeon, one off. And prep us for it, but kill us all by the end of the night.
Just follow the plot. I don't have to kill you all. You guys are pretty good at killing yourselves.
No, but it's a one off, so it like won't count. Like it'll be, it'll be a dream state.
Like a fever dream. Well, that's
Exactly.
not to do a spoiler, but that's pretty much what was going to happen if you guys were all going to die in the Halloween spooktacular episodes. That you guys were just going to die and lose XP. That's it.
Oh,
Like in the
okay.
dream. Or you not gain any XP. That basically would have been
Yeah.
a glorious waste of 6 days worth of campaigning. Yeah, I'm working on something for the Christmas holiday episode. I found something interesting. I don't know if I like it, so I might tweak it. So maybe
It's
the
called
one
The
shots
Upside. But what about the one
side.
shot?
Maybe the one shots will be the professional ones, the ones that are actually made by people that are famous.
Yeah. Well, you do you.
The Upside, and that was a French movie?
It was called Intouchables, which that doesn't sound right. It is Intouchables. God damn it, Traff. I forgot it was French title. I'm over here trying to say Traff's dumb.
This looks fun. I might have to watch this. Was it good? Was The Upside any good? I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. Ian's mom keeps trying to get us to watch it, but we don't like feel-good movies.
It's amazing. Okay,
It was
well,
remade in a million different languages. It was remade in Telugu and Tamil. What is Telugu?
it's a language.
Oh, it's Indian. Okay, so it was remade in India. It was remade in Spanish. It was remade in Hindi and English.
That's kind of cool. That is kind of dope. I feel like I want to watch that. So, what else did I want to talk about? Obviously my obsession with Cyberpunk.
Which I have nothing to add to that conversation.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to talk about the PS5 thing.
Yes.
So it's out on the 9th or the 10th.
Or next
I need
year.
to, or next year, right? I'm making room. I'm uploading all my videos of my gameplay to Steam. I mean, what? On YouTube? Sorry, I was looking at Steam. On YouTube, I'm uploading all my gameplay since I haven't streamed in like 2 months. Freaking copyright claims on everything. It's so annoying. Yeah, you guys get to watch me be mildly okay at video games, but I think that's the best part. And I was thinking about that. You know, people are saying that's got to be like what's got to be your niche or whatever, and I think that my niche should be I'm not good at games, but I'm not bad. I'm not like a professional gamer. I'm just average.
You're just a
So
normal person.
be average with me. Yeah. That could
Be
be like
average.
that could be average. Like what's that other slogan? The
Do good and die great. Ow.
you need to spell average with a little a and the big everything else.
What is the mathematical symbol for average? Oh, I just took statistics and I don't fucking know any of this. It's F with the X, so you could do like BF. Oops. Oh, fuck. There. Be average.
I'm stealing that.
It's all yours.
That is
But that's
I'm
cumulative
I'm opening my
distribution. I just Googled it and I just typed the first thing in, Lucas. You think I'm reading this? The symbol for average. It's just X. Fuck that. That's boring. Use the FX.
What is the mathematical symbol FX?
The girl to the top left, that's Tina Belcher. Let's use her name. The GIF you put in there has a twerking GIF too. Yeah, it's Tina Belcher's butt dance. Oops, everything's about to be
Oh,
fucked
it's a little line with the X over the line.
up. The line over the X.
I can't. I don't
Yeah,
think it's
X
actually gonna let me.
bar.
Yeah, it won't let me do it.
Son of a bitch. What, you tried to copy and paste it?
Yeah, it won't let me do it. Dude, there's one. The
Oh,
symbol for mean. Look at the
boom.
symbol for mean.
Yeah, the little upside. Did you see mine?
You got it? How'd you get it?
I just copy and pasted it. The mean is the little upside down U, right?
Right. We
Yeah.
can make one that says "Don't be" and then the upside down U. Oh my gosh, I'm making all these like really stupid shirts that only certain people will understand.
Stands moo. 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 Big Bob's Burger fan gay. I'm Big Bob. Look, I'm Big Bob's
I
Burger
like Big
fan
Bob's
gay.
Burger. I mean, Big Bob's Burger.
Traff got you. He ran the Traff train on you.
Run a Traff train.
Yeah, the Traff train's coming through. Choo choo.
Oh
Shit
my god.
sucks. Okay, anyway, straying from the Greek alphabet, what about Easy Traff Train Choo Choo? What about the PS5 thing?
Oh, okay. So everyone's like super gunning on getting the PS5,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I remember when the PS3 came out and the PS4 came out, and the early adopters, the very very first ones were a nightmare, and they were a mess, and like they would crash constantly, and that's everything. Every first console release is like it's always a disaster. And I get it wanting to be the first, but then there's almost no games out. Like they're almost released like
Right.
3 games, and the games that are released are just usually ports of like some, of some other game,
Right.
So that's all I was going to talk about. But yeah, the PS5 is being restocked, and from my experience, this is the only time that they're going to be restocked before the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need to get one for the holidays for gift giving, this is the time to do it. The next restock, or you're not going to get them. But I'm not advising that you get them. I'm going to advise that you wait, because the second PS3, which still was backwards compatible and still had the little SD card frame, that was the best one. I got the 3rd edition PlayStation that lost the backwards compatibility, and it broke my heart because I didn't have any
I
more of the one.
bought my PS3. Hold on, this thing is like bugging me. I got my PS3 like 5 months before
Ew,
the
she's
P.
picking her nose.
I am picking my nose. I'm not picking my nose. I ugh. God, that feels so weird. Anyway, I got my PS3 like 5 to 6 months before the PS4 came out. I was all about it. I honestly didn't even know the PS4 was coming out. I was so out of touch. It was like when I wasn't playing video games for a brief period of time, but I really wanted a console. I wanted to play Skate 3,
Mm-hmm.
so I bought a
Isn't that
PS3.
isn't that why everybody has a PS3, because they want to play Skate 3?
I like have everything in my cupboard and I opened it the other day. That's me
Well,
when I
now
find a booger. Yeah, it is, Trav. Skate 3 is my favorite. When I was like 17, 18, and I was in high school. I was my senior year. I was doing independent studies, so I went to school like once a week and did packets, and it would take me like 4 hours to do an entire week's worth of work. And then I lied to the college, and I told the college that I had graduated high school, but I didn't have a GED. So they let me go to college without getting my high school's permission. So I would like go to high school 1 day a week and then go to college 4 days a week. And that's when I was still 17, and I like met all these older people, like, 20,
yeah.
19, 20-year-olds, whatever. And they had apartments, and like I this was more once I turned 18. Yeah, like my second semester is when I met Taylor. And he introduced me like a ton of new people, and like they lived across the street from the school, and they like introduced me to a bunch of different like substances, and we were just like get really stoned and play Skate 3. And I was like, it was the most amazing time. And so I like bought the game, like chasing that dream of feeling that way again. And of course, like it's never gonna
It's
happen.
not the same, yeah.
Yeah, and I played it and I was like, oh God. And my boyfriend at the time, his friends were like, sick, can we play? And I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit. The
No, but
latte
I know
boy?
it's like that's like the worst. Like I had that with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 when it first came out.
Uh-huh.
I remember because the high school I went to had dorms, because it was a boarding school,
Hmm.
and so I remember when that came out, everyone ran upstairs to, because the dorm rooms were segregated, so like all the boys ran upstairs to the boys' dorm room, and we weren't really allowed to be up there because we weren't boarding students, but you could sneak in, like if no teacher was like looking, and then you'd get your ass handed to you when you tried to sneak out. But yeah, we would run up there, and oh my god, we sit around, play, play what's it called? Uh,
Tony Hawk.
Play Tony Hawk. But I think the worst one was Castle Crashers. My buddies and I in California, we would play Castle Crashers in the Scott Pilgrim video game at one of our friends' houses, and I almost had no money at that time, but we would always pitch in together and buy a case of $2 Chuck from Trader Joe's.
Uh-huh.
So like I would bring the $2 Chuck, and somebody would bring like the Bud, and like somebody else would, like somebody worked at a restaurant, so they always closed, so they'd always come with like
Food.
stupid amounts of food. Like I'm talking about like 40 steaks or something
Yeah.
ridiculous like that.
I like how you guys got wine drunk and stoned and played Castle
And played,
Crashers.
yeah, and I mean we played that a lot. Uh, and then I got Castle Crashers for the Switch, and I was really excited to start playing again. And it's not the same. Like
No. You never get that like feeling again.
you want it, like you chase it, you
Mhm.
chase after it, but you
It's
just
like a
don't.
drug, but it's a
Hmm.
fucking video game. That's how it is with Dota. Like
Yeah.
when I was like dating Carrie and I first started playing Dota and it was so new to me and I was like, I love this. Like the Christmas I was talking about when I didn't do
Hmm.
anything, I ordered Chinese food. Also, okay, it's like a thing, right? That the certain religion that doesn't celebrate Christmas, like it's like a stereotype that they order Chinese food on Christmas, right?
Hmm.
Like, that's well known. Okay, well, like, grown ass Carrie had no idea, and we ordered Chinese food, and he was like, "Why would Chinese food be open on Christmas Day?" And I'm like, "It's one of the busiest days of the year for them, you know?"
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Why?" And his friend Jeremy is Jewish, and I told
Hmm.
him, I was like, "Call Jeremy right now and ask him what the fuck he's eating today." I said, "It's either Chinese food or pizza." And he called him and he was
Hmm.
getting Chinese food. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Thank you." But that's how we spent our Christmas was playing Dota and eating Chinese food. And like just when I played it back then, like it was so new and exciting. And like I think that's why I played it for so long, even though I'm so
Yeah.
bad at it, is because like I constantly wanted to feel that way again, but I'll never get that back.
Yeah. Well, it's like Amanda and I, like when we started dating,
Uh-huh.
WoW was our thing.
Oh
Like
yeah.
we both played WoW, like when it came out, and because WoW's been out for like 1,000 years.
Uh-huh.
And Yanni's the one who actually introduced me to WoW. I'll never forget when he brought one in and he showed me in the dorms in school, like, oh my god, I got this game. It's called World of Warcraft. You should totally play. And I was like, what? And it's like World of Warcraft. What's that? And you're like, Warcraft 3. It's like that, but it's online. And I was like, whoa, dude. And we were like geeking out over that. Anyway, so I'd played a little bit, and then when we got in, and that's when Kata came out, and so we
Mhm.
both pre-ordered. Was it Kata? I think we must have pre-ordered Kata, because I have the collector's edition. Did we both pre-order the collector's edition? I don't remember. I think or did I get it on? Anyway, whatever, doesn't matter, right? So we were playing, and no, it wasn't BC. I think it was Kata. Uh, And yeah, so I was a paladin and she was a paladin, and I was protodin and she was the healadin. And so that was our thing. Like I would go everywhere and I would be the meat shield and she would just pop heals. And then
Mhm.
if we got really, really, really bad, I would pop my heals, but I could just bubble and get the hell out of there. And then she'd be stuck. No, because we would both bubble hearth. We'd both be like, boop, bye. But it was great, dude. We would two-man like everything because
Mhm.
like with I mean, it would take us forever because we didn't have any DPS, but we would do that. And like I don't think I got WoW the other day, and you can play free until level 15 or whatever, right? Or
Yeah,
level
it's
20. All right.
20, yeah.
And I tried, and I went in and I started playing as a goblin, and I kept wanting to tell her, I was like, "Can you get on? Like, please." I was still in my guild, and our guild's still there, and we're still guild masters somehow. I don't even
Mhm.
know how we're up there. But and that was fun. We went on a guild raid. That it was just like the best was Dark Moon Fair though, man. Like
Yeah.
that is my favorite place. Like just the music. Da, na, da, da, na, na, da, 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 dun, 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 da,
Going down, like,
da,
the ramp
na,
and,
na, na.
like, the
Yeah,
excitement of, like, getting there. I feel you.
right. And like you couldn't jump over there because you would die. So you really had to like. Oh, I want to get to the fair. And man, I really wanted to get the freaking water mounts. I never got one, but it's crazy. She went there and she fished and she got the seahorse pet. Remember the seahorse pet? So it's like a seahorse and it's in a bubble of water. Yes, I was playing all the mini games. Even when I was done with my dailies, I was still playing the tank one. um, but what's it called? And I was so jealous, and she didn't want to tell me that she got it because she knew, because I was at work and she was at home because we were on opposite shifts. And dude, that was like the worst part of our
Mhm.
relationship. I never saw her, like ever. Dude, our Thanksgiving was crazy. Like she made Thanksgiving and dinner, and then when I got home, I got to eat it and then put it away. And then when she got home from her shift, I had to reheat it up, and it was like it was just awful. But anyway, I mean, it was great, but it was awful anyway. But yeah, so she got the thing, and she was like, "I don't want you to be mad." And I was like, "What happened?" I was like, I was like, what happened? Oh my god, would something break? Like, and she's like, no, I got the seahorse. But I was like, what? Oh my god! And I was like, I was actually excited for her. I was kind of really jealous, but I was actually excited for her. And this is before Battle Pets, and so then I go down to Dark Moon Fair and I'm like, ah. And dude, the third thing I caught, the third time I went fishing, I got the seahorse drop. It like dropped for me. And I was like, it was like the coolest thing ever. And I was like, oh my god. And then she got the turtle mount, and then I never got shit. So I just got a bunch of beer. But yeah, the seahorse thing, that was my I don't know why we're talking about that. It just excited me.
Well, I never got any. I only played. I don't know if I told you about like my brief WoW experience, but
Uh,
basically I was dating this guy at the time, and it was before Carrie. Like I was dating him when I got my PS3. Like that's when I kind of got back into video games, and his stepbrother, he was like an original tester for WoW, and he got his stepdad and their little brother into it. So I mean, his stepdad's like a grown ass man. His little brother at the time was probably like 8, and so they both like all day and night are like playing WoW, and they're all. This was right when Pandaria came out, I think,
mhm.
and so like I mean they're all level 90 everything, and I would play, and like I just signed up for like a 30-day like free trial so I could like go beyond 20, but if I wanted to keep it I had to like pay or something. I don't remember. But it was
Right.
the same time when Daft Punk's new album had come out, and I started playing, and I had no idea how like MMOs worked. Like I had no idea what I was doing, but I just loved the visuals. I loved the I know you were good at WoW, Trav. I know everything about you. It's creepy. I just like love the visuals. I loved just like the going on quests and doing all these exciting things. And like my WoW name was Antherfauna. Like that's
Right.
where, and I didn't use randomizer. I like made it up myself. But uh, you have a horde world first kill. So I don't know what that means,
That's
um,
cool.
but the best thing was, like, listening to the music and just, like, running through the world and, like,
Mhm.
associating so, like, anytime I hear those songs now, I just, like, go back to that. But then, yeah, the same thing, a couple years later, I tried to, like, get back into it. Like, 'cause, Chris and Peter and Carrie, they all started playing vanilla, and they had asked if I wanted to play with them, but they were
Mhm.
already, like, level 30 or something, or 40, and
Right.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
"I'm not gonna start playing with you guys like, that's not fun to me," and then I just, like, tried it on my own, and it just wasn't the same, so I was like, "Meh." Same thing
Yeah.
with Elder Scrolls, like, I got it when Somerset came out, and I didn't really like playing by myself, like, I wanted to play with my friends, and my friend's level, like,
Mhm.
200 something, and he, like, came in one day, like, bought me a mount and then dipped and was like, "Hit me up when you're a higher level," and I was like,
Yeah.
"No, I haven't touched it
Mm.
since."
I was trying to get in to play ESO, but I hate that it's not cross-platform. I mean, I
Oh,
understand why they don't do that. I feel like we've gotten to the point in gaming that like everything needs to be cross-platform. Like
yeah,
there's no like especially with the PS5 and the Xbox One being that they are basically proxy PCs, like what are
yeah,
you doing? Like I
absolutely.
get it, the coding is a little complicated, but I remember was it Soldier of Fortune 2 or something on my Mac was cross-platform with the PS3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was
That's
like
like the most
crazy.
obscure, like, you
Wasn't
know
it?
what 2 things should communicate? Well, like, Lucas and I were talking earlier about Fall Guys and, like, how that came and went so quickly, and I wasn't thinking
Mhm.
about it then because we were talking about how, like, hackers kind of ruined or whatever, but I wasn't even thinking about it then, but
Yeah.
it's like, I knew so many people that played it when it came out, but they were playing the PlayStation free version, and, like, every group of friends that I had, there was, like, a like this group and that group and that group, like half of them were playing it on PlayStation, half of them were playing it on PC. And it's like the PC people generally didn't have a PlayStation, and the PlayStation people weren't gonna spend $30 or however much it was on a game when they're
Mhm.
playing it for free. So it's like now you don't even have like all of your friends to play with. So I think that
Mhm.
contributed to it fizzling out so quickly as well. It's just being like,
Right.
"Oh my god, you play Fall Guys? We should play together." And it's like, "Oh, like, just
You can't.
kidding. You
Yeah.
have a PlayStation." Yeah.
Well, it's like that's what I liked about Fork Knife. Was that literally I could play it on my cell phone, on my Switch, on my PC, on my PlayStation, or on Amanda's Xbox,
Mhm.
and we could all play together. Like
Yeah.
I was like when we were playing for a while at the beginning of the year, we were playing Fork Knife together, and she was playing on her Xbox, and I was playing on my computer.
Yeah.
You know, and we were shouting because we didn't need when we had mics, but we were just like shouting at each other like from the other room. It was like, "Hey, come on, the guy over here!" Like, but it's fun.
That's the thing with
And
Fork Knife.
I liked. I mean, I like Fork Knife. I think that I kind of got burnt out on it a little bit. I think because it was the only game I could play online in the apartment complex that I could use my phone hotspot to actually play with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we didn't have internet, so we had to use your hotspot, and it was the only game that I could actually play
Mhm.
on there. And it was oh my gosh, The Mandalorian is a skin and fork knife now. Oh god, see, this is how they get me.
You're
Now
like,
I'm gonna have to download this again. I'm
son
like,
of a bitch, I'm in.
plague. And every time I get out, they drag me back in. I know, but it's not fun. But see, but that's the thing. And then after I stopped playing with Amanda because she got busy, like I couldn't play on my own. Like it's not
Yeah.
fun.
Right.
Like it's the magic is lost, so to speak, you know? And that's why I'm happy I have a good group of friends, you know, on Fallout,
Mhm.
although they're kind of annoyed at me because they play every single day.
Yeah.
But they're what's it called? They're really dedicated. They're really good.
Okay.
And I like it, but I lost my train of
I
thought. I don't know
was
what I
like
was saying.
waiting for like
There's
what's it called?
Sorry.
They're good.
Did you see the train left the station? And I'm
Yeah.
just like, huh?
Choo choo, the train was rolling in, so the Rob Brain train had to leave.
I'm not threatening to leave you guys for my Fallout friends.
That'll never happen. He has way too much interest in seeing your demise, young Taryn the Bard, so he's not going
Right.
anywhere.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
disagree with what Lucas was saying about speed building and everything. Like with
Yeah.
Fortnite, like when some like the people that are really good are like really good. Like it's just nasty. Like it's you don't really stand a chance at that point. You're just kind of like I would always like hang out in the corner and like try and like snipe people randomly. Like
Mhm.
that's about it. But then like, you know, three of them would like come up behind me and it was just the whole to do.
Wait, the game you were trying to think of the other night, the magical one, which is the game that I was watching you play that one time where you can like change classes in the middle of the game. Or not
Oh my
change
god,
classes.
dude,
No.
it's so funny. I know you're talking about with the gloves, right? The magic one. I know you're talking about. I literally just launched the Epic launcher to see what the game was called,
Forgot it.
and I closed it. I was like, why did I launch the Epic's game launcher? Spell break. That's what it's
Spell
called.
break,
Yeah.
yes. And what was the other one that it wasn't that one?
Hyperscape.
Hyperscape.
Yeah,
Spell
that was the
break,
parkour one.
hyperscape. So much shit.
I really wish that man, I really wish that Hyperscape did better. I don't understand what happened with Spellbreak. Spellbreak is cross-platform too because it's an Epic Games. I don't understand. I feel like it fizzled, and I feel like it should have had a bigger thing. But like the market is so saturated now, you know, like especially with like battle royale games. And even if you do something like a game, for example, like it does it really well. Like it does. I think I'm tired of the 3-man team thing. Like because I'm playing Apex every once in a while, and like I just that 3-man. I miss that 5-man dynamic. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because I feel like the 3-man, like everyone has to be on point or you fall apart completely,
Yeah.
you know? Because like if you're against another group of 3 and they have their shit together, even if one of your players is amazeballs, like it's just not gonna work. But with like the 5-man mechanic, like you can have like one or two people that aren't very
Like some
good.
loose ends.
Right, and you're still okay
Yeah.
because you have the numbers to kind of float, you know. Now, obviously, if you play against a five man that has their shit together, it's all over. But that was us when we were playing Battlefield Bad Company. It was like that. I mean, we all had mics, we all knew what we were doing, we all had our role. Everyone was exactly their, you know, in their laser beam, and it was like it was just amazing, you know.
Yeah.
But you don't troll the other team. It's not fun. Like sometimes you do, but you don't like run a train the whole match on somebody because it's just not enjoyable. So
What is Lucas talking about?
Shroud, I don't like talking about Shroud. He made me mad. He talked shit about Cyberpunk and it made me mad.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It pissed me off. I don't know why. I don't even want to give him like the time of day because I just found his comment to be so like ignorant and like baseless. It's something a filthy casual would have said. Oh my god, I started a feud with Shroud.
Oh no. We're like
No,
doxed.
no, I mean, I'm just saying. I just don't agree with like if you don't like. So okay, in case anyone doesn't know, he basically said that he wants the hype for Cyberpunk to die in a month because he says that he doesn't want to sit there and play a single player game for the rest of his life. But it's like it. I don't understand. Then don't play it. Like, why even make a comment? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, and he was streaming, so he was like probably in the heat of the moment or whatever. But like, just like saying that, like, it's like then. So did you play The Witcher? Because that's literally a single player game that you have to spend the rest of your life playing. Like, you know, any of these big single player games like Assassin's Creed, anything that's a single player game, which I really like. You know, it's a chance. You know, it's fun. They're a chance to do something, and if that's not what you want to do, that's fine. But like, don't hope that something that's taken years, you know, like you want it to fail. Like I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, it's kind of like lowbrow.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but even still, you don't have to say something like that. I mean, I look at it as like, okay, I'm not super excited for Cyberpunk because I'm not going to play it, but
mhm.
it's like, look at all. Yeah, but you're like, why are you defending him, Lucas?
But
I
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like he's being toxic by saying that he doesn't want his community to be toxic.
Right. There's like there's another way to go about it. I know that you understand his side, but like you don't have to say this game that's super hyped up that all these people and like so my thing is like there's people that idolize Shroud, right? Like everyone wants to be him.
Mhm.
Like not everyone, but these kids like they idolize him and then for him to say something like that, like what if these kids are super excited about the game and then he says that and now they're like, "Oh, like causing
Mhm.
disinterest in other people because they think your opinion is like the
Right.
word of God. Like, why, like, I don't know.
Dude, how many parents on eBay spent twice as much to get the Cyberpunk Xbox One, you know, and now their kids like, oh, I don't like it anymore.
Shroud, Lucas is one of these kids that loves Shroud. He's like, he's Shroud defending right now. I love it.
Hey, no standing allowed.
Yeah, no standing in the chat. We're being ignorant.
No. I look, it's like I get it. I understand, but I just don't agree with the way he phrased it and how dismissive he was. The game has a lot of hype because a lot of people are excited about it. They aren't. I mean, they're hyping it up too, but like this is like the hype. This hype for this is the same as the hype for GTA 5. Like when GTA 5, like
Mm-hmm.
everyone and their brother was hyping about GTA 5, and it was delayed, and it was like a whole big to do thing. Um, you know, I like Cyberpunk because I like the RPG. I like that world, that aesthetic or whatever, and I'm excited to play a high production value game that's based in that.
Yeah.
And it's a single player game. Like, if you don't want to spend hours playing a single player game, then don't play a single player game. That's my big thing. You know? Does that make sense?
No, it does.
The Cyberpunk 2077 Shroud said that he wants the hype to well then, and that's good. But he doesn't have to trash talk it to millions of people because he's not interested in it.
But he can say like it's over, like I'm not playing it. This is it. Like lay the law
Yeah.
down. You don't have to say I hope it dies out. Yeah, trash. I almost called you trash.
Trash.
Yeah, you are trash. You do whatever you want.
That's not what I read. Now I have to look this up.
Me
'Cause
too.
now dead air. Everybody loves dead air.
You're reading.
Where's the quote? It depends on the game's quality. I'm excited to see what their definition of next gen is. That's what I'm excited
Oh.
for. Like, yeah.
Here, I got it. Cyberpunk will
Mm.
die in a month. I hope so. I hope it's not larger than a month. It's a fucking single player game. I don't want to be spending fucking my whole life in here. I want to be spending just enough time and then get out.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about it.
Yeah, it's just like a little like aggressive. Like it just doesn't read well. It doesn't read
Yeah.
as like a blanket statement or like a slightly biased opinion. It just seems very, I don't know, just kind of aggressive. Like I just could have been worded a lot better.
Mm.
That's what he said. That is what Rob said because that is what he said.
Mm. Right. That was my problem with it. I mean, because at first he opens up saying that he's excited to see what it is, next gen. But without having listened to it, just reading the quote, I don't know
Yeah.
if he's like, but it's like he doesn't want to spend too much time playing a single player game. Then don't spend all that time playing a single player game. I am excited because it's single player. Like that is my thing, and I'm excited for when the multiplayer aspect of it comes out next year. But yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. He's a competitive FPS shoe gamer. Okay, so basically, it's like if you had what are we comparing it to? If we had a professional diver, okay,
Jacques Cousteau.
right? No, you have like you had like Michael Phelps, okay,
He
talking
swims,
about
but okay.
okay, swimmer. Sorry. So Michael, it's like if you have Michael Phelps saying, "Oh man, I really hope the XFL, the hype for the XFL doesn't last more than a month. I really don't want to be playing football for more than a month." It's like, but you're a professional swimmer. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? That's the exact thing. The way I said it was less aggressive than the way he said it. Right, that's what I'm saying. And neither are the people who are the fans of Michael Phelps. And of course, you'd have the XFL people fans that would attack him. And that I understand. That I understand your point of view, Lucas. I definitely agree that you kind of like set it straight. But like, if he's gonna say like, "Are you gonna play Cyberpunk?" Well, I don't know. But the combat is not good. Okay, everyone's already knows about that. The combat in the game is not
It's not the
the be
selling
all in it.
point.
It's it's
Yeah,
the story.
exactly.
I've seen a lot of reviews, and I heard a lot of reviews where the combat is it's not ideally the way you want to play the game, which is fine. I mean, look at the combat in GTA. Like, what are we talking about here? Pulling out a gun and shooting random people. Like, I'm sure that there's a balance. I think that there's a lot of like, Call of Duty is doing like a lot of like everything. Everybody needs to shoot everybody. Fortnite, everybody needs to shoot every. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of this like combat centric gaming and gameplay. And I think that when something comes out that's a little different, that has that aesthetic, that first person view, everyone's automatically gonna like start going in on the combat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the game is about the story. It has nothing to do with the combat, and if you're not interested in story, which apparently the tutorial, the guy, remember we were talking about this the other day. The tutorial runs anywhere between 4 to 7 hours.
Oh,
If
right.
you really take your time before you see the title card for Cyberpunk 2077, you have to be a good 4 to 7 hours into the game. Which I was so excited when I found that out. I was like, "Oh my god, there's so much content!" You know, like
Right.
right. And okay, I see what Treff is saying. But then now we're talking about an issue that goes beyond that, is then setting the expectation as a Twitch streamer. You know what I'm saying?
But that
Like
that
it's having
also
that power, like
right,
you
but
know.
your words weigh more. So like that his comment goes back on the idea of like it just wasn't worded like when you it doesn't read well, and that was like my
Mhm.
issue with it. Was it I don't care what his people want to see, I don't care what he wants to play, I don't care that he doesn't want to play Cyberpunk, I don't care about any of that. I just don't think that
I
when
wish it was
you
my identity.
well when your words hold that much weight in a community,
Mhm.
that this game means a lot to a lot of people in the community. And just because Shroud doesn't play those types of games doesn't mean his viewers don't. And the people who are reading
Mhm.
it, is you're not a Shroud viewer, right? But you read the fucking
I had no idea
article.
who he was,
Yeah.
honestly.
So you read
I'm
the
sorry, that
article.
sounds terrible.
It's fine. I barely know who he is. I saw his picture on the article. He has a beard. It is wild. Anyway, um, but like when you're in this capacity, like, your words hold so much more, and it's just like it just seems like you're kind of trashing and you're throwing negativity out at something that you didn't need to be negative about. Like with
Right.
Trav saying, like, they want your opinion on everything. Like, okay, cool, you can express your opinion, but first of all, the game hasn't even fucking come out yet. So you can't even like have an opinion on actually playing the game. But the fact that you're not going to play, like, okay, express your opinion on not wanting to play a game for a month. That's fine, but just say that and get over with it. You don't need to
Yeah.
like throw expletives. You don't need to like have a bit of like, you know, I don't know. I just don't think it read well, and that was my problem
Mhm.
with it. I don't
Right.
care that he expressed his opinion. I don't care that he doesn't want to do it,
Mhm.
whatever. I I like yeah, but also like who cares? Like that he should fucking expect that. He's a Twitch streamer
Yeah.
with hundreds of thousands of viewers. Like of course you're going to get thousands of people asking you if you're going to play the newest game. So make a
Mhm.
blanket statement like he did and say no, I'm not interested in playing. Don't fucking smash the game for the amount of time that the gameplay is going to be. You
Mhm.
know,
And
that's
I understand like retaliating, getting upset, if you get that a lot, but remember, the reason you're famous is because of your fans. That's
exactly. Oh god, what
so
about
if you're
Grims?
huh?
I said what about Grims?
Who's Grims?
A PUBG player.
Oh, what happened to him?
I don't know. Trav's telling us a story.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I'm telling you, you are your fans. Okay, like any celebrity, any famous person, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have any support, like you're
Yeah.
nothing. So if you personally don't like that game, that's fine. Say you personally don't like that game, just like what Alexa was saying. And I think that and I think if your fans really want you to play the game, you could say, well, this isn't really what I want to do, but if you guys really want me to play it, like, I'll check it out and I'll give it a try. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind
They
of thing.
yes, that is what I was just gonna say too, Trav. Is like we're not streaming on like an evangelical
Oh God.
Christian website. We're streaming on Twitch. Like video
Yeah.
game culture, Twitch streamer or Twitch viewer culture, like no one that's that big in the game expects like wholesome everyone to be wholesome, and like you're gonna get fucking
Hmm.
just roasted for everything. Like, look at people who only play single player games. I'm
Hmm.
sure when big, like, battle royale games came out, people were asking them too, like, are you gonna play this? Are you gonna play this? And, no, I'm not because that's not what I stream. Like, I'm trying to think of one streamer in particular that I follow. I don't remember his name, but he only plays like single player games. And I'm sure he has 50,000 people watching it at one time. At least a couple of people are going to ask him if he's going to play the newest big game. So it goes both ways, but you
Hmm.
have to expect it. Uh, Fine.
That's right. Yeah, have a big, because you have to be careful when when you make statements, when you say things, especially when you're, because once you become a celebrity, like it's such a delicate like
Yeah, your
place
words
to
weigh
be.
more.
Right.
So this
And
statement, we're talking about it. We don't even
mhm,
fucking follow Shroud. Like we're not even
you're
his
right.
fans, but we're talking about how it seems from an outside perspective of like this is someone who is very popular on this platform, has a lot of people that take his word very seriously, and this is what he's putting out there. This is a statement he made, like, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, and it has a lot
So
of
what
weight.
you're saying, yeah, exactly.
And then it spreads like a wildfire. I mean, look at that. Like I said, we're talking about it,
Mhm.
and other people are talking about it, and of course it's going to get back to the devs and everything, and it's a big deal. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that especially now everything is recorded, everything is filmed, everything is 24/7. I mean, look at how many people got it because of old Twitter posts and comments and drops and everything, old Facebook posts and
Mhm.
whatever. Like you have to be super careful,
Yep.
because what you say can carry weight in the future now, when back in the day it didn't really do that. And obviously there's some people who may agree with you and some people who may disagree with you, but there are some general issues that it's just kind of like a don't be a dick kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I know I'm guilty of having said and done things that I'm not happy about, and I'll be the first person as soon as if anyone ever necros anything that I've ever said that was distasteful or whatever, please let me know, and I'll reanalyze it. You know, but I don't think I have much. I usually don't say too much. Uh,
No, you're pretty mellow. I definitely can say like some edgy things. Thankfully, most of them are when I'm not around anybody that is recording it, or it's usually
we're
at a
not
bar
streaming
at night when like,
right.
it's late. No one's going to remember the conversation anyway,
Gonna be
and
some
someone
fuzzy cell phone footage of you like
yeah,
shouting out at somebody like
someone makes like an off-cuff comment and I just jump in and yeah,
oh, the me voting for Trump in 2016. Yeah.
that is not wrong at all.
Well, and specifically the reason that I did that was because it was somebody, and I'll tell you my reasoning behind it, was somebody that was not a career politician made it all the way to the very end. And I wanted to see what would happen. And we
Which
definitely got
is
to see what
fair,
happened.
and we did we not see what
No, but
happened?
and this is I was talking to a friend of mine, and I don't want to get too into politics, but
Yeah,
I just want to touch on this issue because I think this is pretty neutral. Um, I think we really found out how much power the president has that doesn't have to be vetted, doesn't have to go through the House or the Senate or
right.
whatever. And I think that's important because regardless of who your guy or lady is, okay, regardless of who the person is that
Mhm.
you're voting for, knowing that they have that much power with the ability to, yes, they're the president, I get that, but we live in a democracy and we have checks and
Right.
balances.
We think they're like
The,
a figurehead sometimes.
right. But I'm saying,
Right.
and a lot of times they are because a lot of the decisions are made in the other parts of the. I think it's important to know that, and I think that's where we have to separate the politics of it. Is hey, these people are getting away with a lot more,
Mhm.
and we're fortunate enough that the current president was very open about it and did a lot of it on TV and
Mhm.
showed a lot of people what happened more than likely for decades behind closed doors that
Well,
we didn't even know about, that only like watchdog groups would be able to know about. And that's all I
right.
want to touch. That's the most
No, and
bipartisan.
but what you're not the political side of it, but the like eye-opening to us is
Hmm.
regardless of whether or not any president in the history has done the same amount of things that we know that this current
Hmm.
president has done, I think it has done a huge service to the American people because especially myself who's like pretty politically ignorant. So now it's like people can be angry about the things he's done and see and people can be happy whatever, but the fact that like we all all of us who, regardless of who you support, we've all seen the same things happen, like you're saying, and like it's really brought to
Hmm.
light, like, wow, some people have had this idea that presidents like don't actually have a lot of power. It's mostly the House and the Senate, and they're just there to sign bills. It's like it's eye opening to us that it's like, no, this person actually does have a good amount of power, and given the right people underneath him and the right support, like they can kind of run wild with it.
Hmm.
So I think it's at least with like my generation, I think it's really shown us that like, hey, maybe we should get a little bit more involved in like carefully deciding who goes where in our government because, you know,
Hmm.
just because he's one part of a three-part system doesn't mean that the position of the president
Hmm.
can't like do whatever they want at some point. So, and I hadn't thought
Right.
about that. So like thank you for bringing that up because it was nice like for all that to come to light in the last 4
Hmm.
years.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I think that politically, I think a lot of time it's relegated to older adults because when you vote on local elections, whatever, you're usually older because you've seen, when you were growing up or whatever, you start noticing all these things. And when you're younger, you
Mhm.
kind of don't, you're not really as mindful of it just because you don't have as much exposure to it, so to speak.
Right.
But I think lately we've had a lot more exposure to it. And I think people realize that, you should run for office. You should run for in your local elections, and you should be active in your local community.
Mhm.
Regardless of how you feel, I'm not going to pontificate and say that my opinion or your opinion or whatever, because everyone has their own appearance based on their own life experiences. Now, there are some general things which are, I guess, right and wrong, but that's a whole different
Yeah.
story. But I'd say, on a whole, I think the best thing to come out of this was the fact that a lot of people are more politically aware
Mhm.
of what's going on and are realizing that they can run in their local elections and they can be the change that they want to see in the world.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, and I think that's the most important thing that we can take away from, regardless of how you feel on the subject. I think that's the biggest thing you can take away from, because to feel like you have no power and that all of this is decided in closed doors behind everyone's back kind of thing, only by
Right.
a few select people, that should motivate us, like I said, on both sides of the fence,
Mhm.
to be active, not aggressive active. I'm not talking about pitchforks and
Yeah.
torches. I'm talking about, going to your local elections, participating in that process, seeing how it all works, volunteering,
Mhm.
until you can establish yourself and then be part of it. People really like a lot of politicians. There are some that are even on Twitch playing games right now. And I think the best thing that you can do is just be part of that. You don't have to have that silver spoon and be part of the family to
Mhm.
be in politics. It helps, but if you
Right.
change the way the system works, then you've changed the way the system works, and then it
Right.
doesn't matter anymore.
And the only way to change a system is to get within it.
Hmm.
Sitting here and saying, "Oh yeah, like I'll do this." Like, unless I go out and register to vote,
Hmm.
I won't ever have a say in anything. So, which honestly, I kind of like using it as an excuse because, especially with some of my clients, especially in Southern California, a lot of people have certain opinions. And
Hmm.
during election season, a lot of people would come in and say this, that, or another. And before they even ask me if I voted or whatever, they would just like tell me what they did and how they felt. And they'd be like, "So what did you do?" And I'm like, I'm not even registered." And then they just like stop
Yeah.
talking to me because they're like, "You're a fucking idiot." And I'm like, "Yeah, like let me just do my job, leave me alone." So
Right.
I'll probably, even if I do register or when I do register to vote, I'll still tell people like I'm not registered. It's such an easy
Yeah.
way to avoid the conversation. And another trick too is um, if you're on college campus and the people with like petitions and stuff, or even just like in public, but I mostly see them on college campuses. If they ever come up to you and they like start talking to you like, "Hey, are you registered to vote? Like, hey, how do you feel about this?" If you tell them you're 17, they will fuck right off. I used that from when I was
Can I say that?
17, probably
Can I?
from when I was 17 to like 21 years old. I told all those
Yeah.
people I was 17 and they were like, "Okay." You could probably get away with it. With
Yeah.
a
Well,
face mask if it covers your beard.
right, my beard. Dude, that's always so hurtful when they don't ID me when I buy like alcohol or whatever.
I didn't get
Like I'm
ID'd
always
today.
like, I was like, oh man, that means you know that I'm an adult. Ugh.
Right?
Like, especially when it's like a younger person, you know? And I'm just like, ooh, God, it
Yeah.
really shows, huh? Yeah.
But I do like when like older women ID me and they like smile and you're like, yes. Like I'm making you think of when you were my age. And how yeah, of course you get ID'd all the time.
Yeah.
Your little BB. Yeah, Traff, I am just like you. We're both idiots. That's why we get along.
No, on everyone I play online with that hasn't seen what I look like. They all, whenever we get in the subject of age, they always say like, "Oh, I think that you're maybe like somewhere between like 16 and 22," and I'm like, "Really? Thanks." Wait, that means that I act like I'm between 16 and 22, and I'm
Exactly. I don't
really
know if that's a good
35. So,
thing. I
yeah.
get the
Oh my
like
god.
I'm a like a 14-year-old boy all the time and I'm like, "You know what?
Maybe I am.
I'll fucking go with it. Let's do it."
Uh,
I didn't think you would look like that, Rob 2020. Yes.
yeah.
That was the quote of the year, Rob. So thank
And I
you.
didn't mean that. I didn't mean that maliciously. I just completely imagined a completely different looking person in my head.
At least we could see your face when you did it because you were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I didn't think you'd look like that." Instead of like you don't have your camera on and you're like, "Oh," like visually distressed. You're like, "Oh God."
Yeah. Well, right, yeah. I'm still kind of embarrassed about that because I feel like it comes off that way, but that's not really. It's
Right.
like like you get like headcanon of what people look like.
Right.
That's not what I was thinking. I just thought your features and your hair and everything was completely different than I imagined. Like,
He's like
no,
your
it's not.
eyes, your nose, your lips, your eyebrows, like
No, because
everything's different.
you get headcanon of what people sound like,
Yeah.
which is why people call those like love lines. Or I don't know if they still call them anymore, but
900 numbers.
yeah, those 900 numbers because your headcanon
Mhm.
describes like in your head what this person looks like. You all you have is
Right.
their voice to go off of. I mean, I can't tell you how many times when I was in the office that I would finally meet face to face people and they're like, "Wow, you're Rob? That's what you
Yeah.
look like?" And I was like, "Yes, like what did you think?" And they're like, "Oh, I
Mhm.
thought you were like a little kid." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a fucking 200 300 pound like white guy like with a beard. Like what do you know?" And I guess they were imagining that I was like some, like 20-year-old like, toothpick
Yeah.
boy. I don't know, like
Toothpick boy. I am toothpick
so
boy. I love putting faces to names or
uh,
voices.
I imagined your skin was much more pallid than it is. Shut up, Lucas. People think I'm black. Hey, isn't the stream supposed to be over now? I'm done. You're going home. This is this is terrible. Give me a bigger shovel.
Yeah.
This one's worn down.
Well, we can end it probably agreeing that Lucas probably sounds like one of the whitest people alive. So
Yeah.
he has like that perfect like I'm I'm a young Caucasian man voice. Yeah, we
Well,
just hit 2 hours.
and we can go just a little over.
Okay.
But
We have
he
to go
did
now. I'm turning it off.
off. But he no he sounded like the IT, and I think the reason I had the head canon is because he sounded like the IT guy for my company that I used to work for. And I think because the association, because I knew he did computer stuff. Oh my god, I'm turning into an old person. I knew he did computer stuff. and I just headcanoned I think that guy onto Lucas, and I think
Yeah.
I was you know um so but that's it, yeah.
Well, that's like okay, so that's like Trafalgar. So Ian has known Trav. I don't know how long have you known Ian for forever, and I've known Trav for a couple years now, and it's always his voice, and he's like always angry. I mean, you met Trav, his voice. He's always 7 years he's known Ian, so he's always
Wow.
angry, but he's also German. So I don't know, like You
I think
know,
that's just
it's just
Germans in
German.
general.
Yeah, generally. And so like he's always angry and then I don't know, like Ian and I talked about it a lot, like what we thought Trav looked like. And it was like it's not racist. That's like
Culturalist.
thank you. Uh we like had this idea of this like angry German guy with like probably like short hair. I don't know, but just like angry. And then we saw a picture of Traff, and I was like, he looks so nice. Like it was just so like, oh, Traff looks so sweet.
Oh my god.
No, it ruined it, honestly.
You
Trapp's
just imagine some
adorable.
like angry, like square-faced person.
Yeah, I like
"Ugh."
look at Traff's picture and try to like picture it yelling, and I'm like, I can't. There's no way that person has ever yelled in their life, and all he ever does is yell at me. It's very confusing.
No.
Man, now I'm gonna be
Yeah.
sitting here thinking about all the people whose like voices I've heard for like a long time, like mostly video game friends, and then I see them and it's like, oh, or like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bring up some more when we're off the stream, just because I don't need this to be on video. But I'll let you know some of the other people I was surprised about
oh, okay, I
uh,
can't wait.
that we
Traff,
may or may
we
not
know
both
what
know.
fucking Aryan is. Thank you for the history lesson from our resident German.
Actually, Aryans.
Well, not that that's
actually,
correct, but
yeah,
I just am saying we know that what Aryan
Aryans
is.
are people from what is now considered modern day Iran. So that's not right. I have some of my dad's shirts. Does that count?
You are American. You have his shirts. I have a couple of hats.
Wait. I'm American? Oh, Trav. Wait, are you talking about Alexa's American?
No, you're pretty American.
But I'm
You're
not
like
though.
very American
I'm
for
very
being
good at
not
faking it.
American.
Yeah, I'm like the most American non-American.
You're
I mean, I guess I
pretty
am.
solid
But
American.
I grew up in Europe.
You've been there like once or
Yeah,
twice.
I've been there from when I was born till I was 18, 19. So yeah, I'd been there for a few. Actually, I guess yeah, I've been here in the U.S. now longer than I've been in Europe.
Almost.
No, right? I can't do math.
Wait, no, you just turned 36.
35.
35. Yeah,
Get
I
it
was
right.
like, yeah, no, I know. I have your birthday in my calendar. But that's why I was like, wait, if you just turned 36, then you've been here longer. But no, you still have been in Europe a year longer than you were here.
Yeah, because I'd have to
So,
be here 19 years.
yeah,
So I'd
so
have
you
to
got to
be
move back soon. Otherwise, you're going to be
right.
American more than you are European. That's why Rob is so smart and knows how to talk so well.
To be honest, the European education system is
Shut
pretty
the
good.
fuck up, Trav. Blah, blah, America burger, nom nom. Fuck yeah, that's me.
Wait,
Wow.
and then she pulls the big truck horn. Mwah, mwah.
Exactly. Oh
Uh,
my God.
now
All
I want a
right.
hamburger.
I
Hey, I
know.
will say I did not
Yes.
hurl, and this actually made me feel better. Or
Good.
maybe it was
My
the
tummy
400
feels fine
Nazines I
now.
took.
It could also be the body weight worth of Nausine that you
But I will tell
ingested.
you, I don't know why these work, but they work. This and celery, okay? So
Celery?
if you ever have if you ever need relief of nausea associated with upset sour stomach, including that due to overindulgence in food or drink, this stuff is pretty good. Talk to your doctor.
Yes.
Read the directions on the back, but talk to your doctor, a pharmacist, or a nurse about this. I am not a medical professional. Please do not take my advice for medical-related needs. I'm just saying what works for me and me personally.
And disclaimer, we are not sponsored by Nausine or any related products, but we're open to the idea.
That's right. Dude,
Can we be the first Twitch stream sponsored by like nausea medicine?
pharmaceutical industry thing?
Yeah. like
Team Nausine when we play online.
our shirts would be so fucking cool. Team
It's
Nausine.
basically like NASCAR though. Like Major League
Yeah.
Gaming is basically like NASCAR, where it's
Yeah, they
like,
just pay to throw their fucking label all over your
mhm.
body.
I
And
really
it's
wish
like
I wish
cars
sports were like
IRL.
that.
Or like
Professional
football.
sports. Yeah, like I want to see like, like the Tennessee Titans brought to you by Gatorade Ice Blue, like the Arctic Blue or whatever, because like
Their shirts are just like big giant Gatorade
the
bottles.
Gatorade
Yeah.
bottles, yeah.
Right. Cincinnati Bengals are like some like budget like Cheetos fries.
Yes, the Cheeto, the flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So what would
Shirt ideas.
the Chargers
Well, it would kind of have to go with their color scheme, right? What's blue and
brought
gold?
to you by what's California Power and Light or whatever?
California Edison.
Yeah, brought to you by Cal
Yeah.
Edison, the Chargers. They randomly don't show up one day because there's a blackout. They accidentally set the stadium on fire. Sorry, this fucking stupid. Oh
Oh.
shit. I'm not even on drugs, and I feel like you think this. Man, maybe the Nazis interacting with me if you take too
No.
many. It's like- Yes, Idiocracy is amazing. It's beautiful. No, we love it.
Mm-hmm.
We're just scared because it's
Yeah,
very
if you
current.
don't live Idiocracy, you're part of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it is terrifying. Mike Judge is. We actually just watched that movie the other day. It was really good.
I've been wanting to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in a really long time. I've been wanting to rewatch it. But I
Yeah.
can't stop playing Stardew, so no TV for me for a little while.
Right.
I just get sucked. Just like the Stardew suck.
I can't get into it. I have it and I just couldn't get into it. It was too chory. I guess, and that's
I
my problem with Animal
love
Crossing too,
it.
is that it starts getting really chory.
I played Animal Crossing yesterday for the first time in like weeks.
It gets the suck from Stardew.
I get the Stardew suck. Dude, I have like notebooks and shit I write everything down in.
Oh my god.
When I was I don't remember how old I was. I was young. I had a PlayStation 2
When I
and
was a young boy,
when I
my
was
father
a
once
young
took me to the
boy.
city
Yep.
to see a marching band.
He said, "Son, when?" Okay, so so I had a PlayStation 2 and I got oh yeah, DMCA. Sorry. Oops. To see
Was
a
that enough?
penguin
We get
poop. Like
we have 15. You have 15 seconds that you don't get DMCA'd.
Oh, okay.
You're allowed 15 seconds.
Oh, so I can play 15 seconds of like 1,000 songs. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
so I had
Oh, you don't
shit.
get 15 seconds?
It's like
It's
5
5
seconds.
seconds?
Whatever. We
Gee,
were
thanks.
fine. I think we were fine.
And I'm so off key that no bot's gonna be able to freaking like.
Yeah.
The
They'll
amount of times
probably
I've shouted into Shazam to try and figure out what a song that I was humming was, and I was like, dude, I got no idea.
we'll get other people will get they'll like hear our song and then like copyright it as a new song. That's how far off it was. But what I was trying to say is I had Harvest Moon and I was working really hard to get a horse because all I care about in life are horses. And I didn't have a memory card and I made my dad drive me to Blockbuster. I think it
Oh
was
my god.
Blockbuster, like right before they closed to buy a memory card for my PlayStation 2. So and I like left Harvest Moon on and like got home and saved it and then like probably played it one more time.
Oh my god.
But that's
funny.
another like I've been chasing that high of Harvest Moon and I found it in Stardew Valley. God, I love it so
I
much.
need a new Saints Row.
Yeah.
That is my favorite game franchise. And it's just I don't know why. It's so stupid and over the top that it's like fun. Like GTA, I love GTA, but it's like too serious sometimes. Like I get they have their little jokes, but it's like GTA hits heavy. Like, dude, like I could spend my entire lifetime. Like if it was like can you bring one game with you on a desert island for a year? It would be Saints Row because like you can ask Mint. Like I literally sit there and like I would play it for like just that's my like go-to. That's like my like when I don't want to play anything, I'll just pop it in. And like I have it on the Switch, so I can just pop it in on my Switch. It's amazing.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now I want to play Saints Row.
Well, you should go play Saints Row. I'm gonna go play Stardew. I think a dildo
I think
sword.
this is good. Yes, dildo sword is one of the weapons.
Is that a
And when I
thing?
went to Comic-Con with our friend Phil,
Mm-hmm.
uh, we actually got to interact with the dildo sword because we went to they had a screening there, and they actually had the big. It's like a big baseball bat with a giant purple floppy dildo on it, and you get to wave it around, and it was so much fun. But if you had to pay to take a picture, so
Oh,
we didn't do that. But I got to wave it.
nickel and dime, nickel and dime.
I got to make money somehow.
I know, right? Hey, and if it takes a big purple dildo, more power to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much
How
to
much
take
to
it
take it?
in?
The purple dildo sword? I mean, if I get an advanced copy of the new Saints Row game, yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
I really hope Volition doesn't like find this clip like years in the future when they make the new one and they're like, "We're gonna hold you to it." It's like, it's for the new Saints Row. Let me hold it at least, please.
Oh Lord.
That'll be like the commercial, like for it. It's like, famous internet celebrity.
Oh God, for
Yeah.
all the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm. Oh God. It's
Well,
for the fans. Yeah, I think we should wrap it up. I have some egg drop soup with my name on it.
ooh, that sounds fantastic. I made soup tonight too. It was a soup night. It's a very soupy night.
Mm. Dude, it's freezing here.
It's
It
so
was
much
80
warmer
degrees.
here, but it's still really cold here. It's like 63 and I'm fucking shivering.
Dude, it was 80 degrees on Thanksgiving. It is 46 right now. Okay, I
Well,
don't know
you
what that
choose
is
to live there.
Celsius. I'm sorry.
Celsius?
Yeah,
Why do you need Celsius?
for Traff.
I don't either. All I know is that 30 is hot. Why?
It's 7.7.
Oh, Baby Yoda. 7 degrees Celsius. I did
You
ban that
banned?
in chat.
Why did you ban that in chat?
Just the word baby?
Oh,
Not I didn't ban Yoda. Just baby. You can definitely say Yoda. It's like banned.
I actually typed in baby and then it said I was like, do I get banned?
Yeah, no, you can't say the B word in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, chat. No. Also, side note, I showed Ian the picture of fresh Blobus on the internet, and he was like, "We should just buy you a new one." And I was like, and covered his ears because that's so fucking rude. We will never replace the
No,
one and
you don't
only.
replace.
No, what would I do
Mm-mm.
with the new one? I'd probably just like put him on a shelf and never touch him. Okay, well, let's
In a
wrap
glass
this up.
bubble.
You go eat your
Yep.
soup. I had
And pork fried rice.
Oh my God, stop. Yeah, it's not our baby Trav. It's my baby. But anywho, thank you guys for being so
Patient.
participated. Yeah,
Oh.
the other P word, patient. Yeah. Both of those. What's the word?
Yeah.
What's the adjective for participate? Like,
Participatory?
is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay, then there it is.
Thank you for being so.
It's prestidigitation. I'm not even gonna
I
type
hate
it.
that.
It's so annoying. But
Yeah.
yes, thank you guys for your patience and your participatory actions. Your
And thank you for putting up with us and staying the whole stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Where would
And I hope
be
you learned
without you?
something fun and run for your local elections. That's
Yeah, except for you, Trav, because we don't know how it works over there.
yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you guys. We'll see some of you in 3 days. I don't know how far away Sunday is.
Tuesday?
No, Sunday. We'll see.
Oh, Sunday.
One of these people on Sunday. Trav is not gonna. We gotta end it before we start talking about Trav becoming Mein Führer. And then Tuesday, we are back here to talk about hopefully
More
not
crap.
the PlayStation not restocking, because that's going to break a lot of our hearts. So, all right, good
Right. Oh
night.
my god.
Right? Yeah.
And good
Oh,
luck. No, wait, that's a different show.
yeah. Good
Good
night
night.
and
Good luck.
goodbye to you. That's a song. I can't sing that. All right. Bye, guys.